hello, and ahoy hoy, and welcome to another episode of Tootie's Toy Box. I am, of course, your host, Miss Tootie Odin. And no, I have not come in hitting the ground running. I actually came in prepared. I came in not hot, which is wonderful. Not hot in many ways. We actually have the air on today, so it's kind of comfortable. We don't get to do the air every day because I'm in California and they tax you for breathing. So can you imagine how much they're going to charge me to use air conditioner, fake air? You know what I mean? Today's going to be a fun episode. What are you doing? My phone's being silly. Today's going to be a fun one. I didn't do much in the way of note taking, just so you guys are aware. This is all my notes. Can you see it? Oh yeah, kind of. Take care of that. But yeah, there's something that's been on my mind. I did kind of touch on it in shorts a few weeks ago after watching the He-Man movie. There's a trend that's been going on for a while, but it's one that I have started to notice for myself in the last few months. This past summer for sure. Actually, you know what? That's a lie. Probably since 2024. I started to notice things, and I started to give my favorite people the benefit of the doubt that it was just these were just separate incidents, as it were, when it came to their opinions on certain movies. And then I started to see they have the same opinion about all kinds of things. There isn't a single thing that some of these well-versed in comic book or well-versed in this and that YouTubers tend to enjoy. They tend to enjoy hating on franchises as opposed to finding what's good about them. Now I understand there has been a lot of garbage that has come out. There has been stuff that I cannot justifiably say, well, this was good about it. Like there's been plenty. She-Hulk, probably the very first one to come to mind for me. Movies, as far as movies go, Fantastic Four felt rushed. I enjoyed parts of it, but that movie felt rushed. The Captain America, the one that just came out, felt extremely rushed. It felt terrible. They introduced Red Hulk and as far as I know, have done nothing with him since. Now, the reason why I wanted to do this, and I'm really crossing my fingers that there is a live chat to come in, and I really wish I had my Twitch up, because I know if I had Twitch. What the hell is that? I know if I had Twitch, I definitely have people wanting to talk to me and argue with me. YouTube's a little bit harder to kind of get that interaction. But I'm going to try to stall a little bit, maybe kind of just let people find out that it's live, maybe let them pop in, so I can hear some opinions, so I can get some feedback as far as their opinions. Am I wrong in feeling this way? I've noticed in certain comments and whatnot that there are others that feel similar to what I do. In fact, so I'm gonna tell you one of the YouTubers I'm talking about. His name is Gary, and I'm not doing this to pick on him. He has a very well established following, and good for him. Like I'm one of them. I actually only recently unsubscribed to that channel because I kind of got tired of his old man fart views on everything. Him and I are the same age, and he's just miserable. He just sounds so miserable. He can't like a fucking single thing that he's reviewing. In fact, I can't tolerate him so much anymore. And this isn't to bash him or his channel, but that panel's ridiculous. Those people are ridiculous. He was talking, they were breaking down the Doomsday trailer. As we all know, the Doomsday trailer did come out this week ahead of San Diego's Comic-Con. The Clayface trailer also came out this week. There was a handful of good, solid things and trailers that came out this week. I suppose ahead of Comic-Con, so certain things weren't spoiled or whatnot. But they do it every year. They do introduce or release certain things. They drop subtle hints about certain things at these cons. And so this was a big week for movie trailers coming out. Anyway, that being said, they were breaking down the Doomsday trailer, and they were, I guess you hear the voice. You hear a voiceover of Doomsday. Or what's his name, of Dr. Doom, and he sort of has an accent like this, and so half of them were bitching about how silly the accent was. The other half were bitching about how it wasn't modulated because he was wearing a mask. So they wanted him to sound like Bane. I assume, right? They wanted him to sound like that. He's like, well, it's not properly modularized. Like, Gary, shut the fuck up, dude. That's gonna be your critique. That's gonna be why the movie's gonna be shit on. That, I mean, these are the things I'm talking about. It's the little nitpicks of incel hate everything nerd shit that I can't seem to stand, to be honest. I can't seem to get past that. I can't take your opinion seriously as a YouTuber if you're going to sit there and shit on everything you're reviewing. One comment that I read said, can you actually review something you actually like so that we can start to see different sides of your personality, start to see the positivity and what, like, everybody's tired, in my opinion. I think everybody's actually legitimately tired of the negative reviews. There are so many people that missed out on Masters of the Universe, which came out this past summer, the He-Man movie. I myself almost missed out on it because I kept hearing shit reviews about it. The movie was fucking great. The movie was practically perfect. There is going to be the handful of simpletons that are going to say that take things like that a little bit too seriously. There are people that are complaining that they didn't take it seriously, that the rules were absurd and ridiculous. And it's like, dude, the whole cartoon is absurd and ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's mixing superhero with magic, for crying out loud, which is basically comic books. Like, it's all absurd. You understand? Not everything has to be, this is my origin story and my name is He-Man. Not everything has to be that. Not everything has to be fucking Wolverine. You know what I mean? And even that, even the Wolverine was like, yeah, that's why he died, right? That's why he had to go. He's like, yeah, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. Like, it is absurd. Like, how many times is he going to regenerate? And how many, you know what I mean? So when it comes to like certain stories, I understand they have to die out, they have to phase out, and bring in new characters because actors age out and whatnot. And then there's the other side of it with Robert Downey Jr., where they passed away as one character and then they get to completely come back as a whole different character, and then they have to explain that. Like, I get it. At first, I didn't understand it. I was like, oh my God, that's really stupid. Like, how are comic book geeks falling for this? And then little by little, I started to understand the possibilities. And the only way you can actually do that is you have to watch this, you have to watch Loki, and you have to watch the TVA shit and all this other stuff. And I did. In fact, this week I did, just to understand a little bit more and a little bit better of what I'm actually talking about. Oh, by the way, He-Man, Masters of the Universe, is globally #1 digitally right now. I think it's on Prime. It is #1 all over the world. So I don't think the filmmakers of the Masters of the Universe movie are complaining. And I don't think they were essentially worried about what box office was going to look like. Now, again, Supergirl, I think it just came out on digital, or is going to come out on digital Friday, if I remember correctly. But that's not going to do as good. You know what I mean? Nobody waited. I'll wait till it comes out. I'll just wait till it comes out on stream to watch it. I don't think that's happening with Supergirl. Again, I don't think the movie was super bad. No pun intended. I don't think it was bad. I don't think it was what fans were expecting. Okay. I don't think I don't think it's exactly what fans wanted. But here's the thing about fans, right? Here's the thing about fans. It seems to me that there is a complete trend, commercial. It seems to me that there is a complete trend to hate for the sake of hating. There are fans of Supergirl who basically said she's not hot enough. They said she looked like Chaka from Land of the Lost. She's not the most attractive girl. She's also not the least attractive girl by any means. And what I mean by saying she's not the most attractive girl is she's not conventional. She's not a hot blonde by any means. She is, in some ways, an average looking female, or at least she's unique looking. She's not ugly. But the amount of hate she got for being that, like, can you guys just maybe possibly look past that? And then the other thing was, why is she a drunk? Why is she this? Well, she's in her 20s. She doesn't want to be a superhero. She was born into this. She doesn't want anything. She doesn't have, what am I trying to say here? She doesn't want to do anything with that world. She wants to let it go because in her eyes, she was abandoned by it. She wants to forget about it. She wants to forget she has these powers. She's a young woman in her 20s trying to figure things out and trying to drown out her past. You know what I mean? Much like a lot of us. There are plenty of 40-something-year-old nerds who are drowning themselves in something right now, the same way she is, because they can't move past an ex breakup from 7th grade. So everybody has issues. And the fact that they were trying to humanize Supergirl in their own way, I thought it was well done. I thought it was brilliant. No, she's not a role model. No, she's not a role model yet. She's a young girl, barely coming into her own. Same with Superman. Oh, he was weak. He was weak in this movie. That was terrible. Yeah, bro, he's just starting. He's just figuring it out. He's just getting his toes wet. He's naive. He's looking for the good in everybody. I think that was the whole point of that movie. I understand the whole James Gunn cringe about it. I'm starting to see it now. You know what I mean? It doesn't bother me so much the way it bothers others, because there's history behind people who watch these movies and dedicate so much time and invest so much in buying merchandise and comic books and etc. I understand you wanting something to be exactly the way you want it to be. But that's not how anything works in life. Nothing. And I wouldn't expect movies to work the same way. A good film is a good film, regardless of canon information or not. If it's a good movie, it's a good movie. Not everything in comic book movies, in my opinion, should be canon. There should be room to breathe. There should be room to make things different and this and that without everybody bitching about it. Let our directors cook. Let our executive producers cook. Let them all put in these ideas. Now, if the ideas suck, and there's been plenty that have, what is the last Disney CEO or whatever, Kathleen, I forgot her name. But I get it. She sucks. She's out of touch. She doesn't give a shit about these franchises. She trashed Star Wars, right? So I understand. I assure you, I understand where these frustrations come from. At the same time, it seems like the people that are complaining are, one, my age, right? They're in their 40s, and two, don't seem to even try to be satisfied with anything that's coming out. It's either too long, or it's too much unnecessary info, or it's not enough of this info, or it's fanfare, like they said about Deadpool and Wolverine. That was just filled with fanfare and filled with nostalgia and this and that. Like, aren't these the same people that are coming back in Doomsday? How the hell else are they supposed to introduce a Gambit and all these other, reintroduce all these other characters who are actually going to be in Doomsday? We saw the trailer, right? I mean, I get it. Not everything's going to be explained. There's a hole in this part of this. Like, yeah, okay, move forward. There's holes in movies sometimes. Not all the time. I don't think there was any in Masters of the Universe. I don't think there was any holes in that movie. That movie was pretty damn good. And again, the only complaint I have about it is it was a little too long in the tooth. But otherwise, a very fun and playful movie. I do have chat. Let's see what's up. Oh, hello. Damn right. See, you're catching on to my rants, huh? I want actual feedback, though. But I do have something that I want to share with you guys. Something fun. It is a, I actually should have had this up already. Hold on. My bad. Catherine Zeta-Jones, stupid. I don't get it. What does that mean? So here we are, Avengers Doomsday. We all know what's coming out. We all see the star-studded cast that's there. I don't see Catherine Zeta-Jones. So, I mean, if you don't like her, you get your way. You got your way. She's not going to be in the movie. Who the hell is Catherine Zeta-Jones, though? Who the fuck does she play? I don't remember her at all. Anyway, we have Loki, dead center. I don't know. Is this an actual poster? Is this an actual movie poster, or is this fan art? Because Loki being directly in the middle is interesting. If it's an actual Avengers trailer poster, right? I got something else I wanted to share with you guys. Let me move this over. Who else do we see? Can I zoom in more? Let's see. Can I do this? Can I do it? And then you guys see it? I don't know. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, I could just do that. We got Shanghai. What's his name? Shang Li. Chimon Li. Beast. See, here's the thing. I don't think he's in the movie, is he? Who the hell is this? Who the hell is this kid? Oh my God. This is my first time actually zooming in on it. We got the Gambit. They call me the Gambit. Of course, we have Steve Rogers. We have this guy. I didn't see what's his face. I didn't see Thing. Or did I? I think I did see Thing actually. I didn't see Johnny in the trailer, but again, I don't remember much. I right now I don't remember much. But I agree. Okay, so everybody's like, well, this is a shit cast of people to try to take him down, right? Okay, maybe. Is this everybody? Do we know that yet or not? You know what I mean? Oh, I do have some thoughts on this. Like I was saying, this right here. I mean, they had to bring him back in one way or another, right? They had to say, oh, remember the X-Men? Okay, well, they're going to team up with the Avengers now. Just so you know, this is what this is telling us, right? Just so you know, X-Men are going to team up with us. And I think that was this whole thing here, with bringing them back. I don't think it was simply fanfare. I don't think it was simply nostalgia reasons. Remember Electro, you guys? Like, I don't think it was simply that. I do think it was an interesting way, to say the least, for them to reintroduce us to X-Men and to be able to merge them in with these other universes, aka these other timelines. Why is Thor crying? We'll get to that. Here, I wanted to show you guys this. Looks like fan art. Oh, okay. Who's Timothy? Is the little boy Tim? Who the hell is Timothy? Explain. Okay, well, I have something for you guys. I want to share this with you guys. Just fun stuff. I thought it was hilarious. Let's go.
Something's coming. I'm a fire in my laser. Something we may not be able to deter. Before this day is done, we shall be faced with an unthinkable decision.
I've fought with many warriors in my time. They were far stronger than all of us put together, and they died. They died facing enemies and threats that scared me far less than this one.
Hey, those 2000s glasses, those 2000s New Year's glasses, literally the best design we can ever have. And we won't have that again for like another 1,000 years. Goated glasses.
Everything that they sacrifice will be for nothing if we do not stand together. Put aside your petty squabbles.
Disguise is another dude.
Presume nothing except this. If you return, you will return as brothers and sisters.
It's more than time.
But mark my words. We're going to need a miracle.
Hey, pal.
It's not possible.
Now we up at the big league.
So that's pretty funny to me. Thanos trying not to look at the camera. Got me. That was hilarious. He was like doing the monkey meme, the side-eye monkey meme. Like he was trying not to look. Anyway, it's Morbin time, baby. It's Morbin time. Okay, but who the hell is Timothy? Who's the random ass little boy? What am I missing? Is that really just fan art where he's not even in the movie? He's just like, I'm just old and I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Is that what that is? That's funny. I don't know who the hell Timothy is. Morbius. Yeah, that movie sucked. But again, not even to get that loud. I didn't see it. I heard it sucked. And it's Jared Leto, so it probably did suck. But I didn't see it because I sat there taking the word of people that I trusted. That's supposed to be Franklin Richards. Is it really? Oh, the baby. Their kid. Right? That's supposed to be their kid. I'm guessing. The same kid that touched Doom's face at the end credits, right? Talk to me. I assume that's who that is. Because that makes sense if it is. It doesn't make sense that he's in the movie, or that he's in the trailer, or that he's in the poster, to me anyway. Marvel Doomsday, Clayface trailer. The Clayface trailer was excellent. I saw it for the first time today. There's so much that came out this week. I'm telling you guys that is actually worth noting. That is actually worth talking about, and not just in the most negative way. That's what I'm not understanding. Because here's where the nerd hypocrisy comes in, ladies and gentlemen. These nerds that are bitching and complaining about certain things in the trailer about Doom's voice not sounding modulated enough because he's in a mask, like all that bullshit complaining, you guys are going to go see it anyway. And half of the YouTubers that are bitching about it, that are going to go see it, are going to go see it for free. You know what I mean? Regardless of their opinions, they're going to get paid to go see it because they're either way they're giving these films free advertisement. Now, I'm sure it'd be nice for them to get positive reviews and everything, but I can honestly think, and I can honestly assume that these industries already put a shield up and wait for the negative to happen, because it's just expected at this point. The internet loves to hate. Hate sells views constantly. And I get it. I get it. I personally, I would find that exhausting. If that was my platform all the time, if that was what I had to do all the time, find something negative to say about this and that and the other thing, it would exhaust me. I'd off myself. I couldn't do that, because not everything is bad. Not everything is like, oh, that sucked. That was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh God. Can you imagine having that attitude about everything? Everything. I just couldn't. I just couldn't. I have a friend actually. I'm not gonna say his name, but I have a friend. He literally hates on everything. It's so much a surprise when he's like, oh yeah, that was good. Like, what? Who are you? What are you talking about? What? So if he likes something, you know it was good, right? It just seems so exhausting to me. It seems like a really exhausting existence. To want to actively hate something without even giving it a chance. I'm guilty. I just told you I didn't watch Morbius, whatever it's called. I didn't watch it because I was told it sucked. There's a lot of shows I didn't watch because I was told they suck. And then, going back and seeing some of the plot lines, and then watching one or two clips where I was like, oh yeah, that does look stupid. I'm so happy I didn't invest time in that, especially with Star Wars for me, especially with Star Wars. But I know, because Disney loves to do this shit, they like to sprinkle canon things. So, oh, well, why didn't you watch this? Don't you know that that's in this episode? No, I didn't, because I didn't watch the show because the show sucked. So Disney does sprinkle actual things that are important to other storylines that if you don't watch it, you kind of don't understand it. My favorite thing about Deadpool and Wolverine is they literally shoved everything in every Marvel movie and crammed it into Deadpool and Wolverine. And they've been kind of doing it with Deadpool alone. They've been kind of doing it with him alone, especially with the TVA shit. You know what? I have a Deadpool clip. Let's play it. Hold on. What am I doing? Oh yeah, hold on. All right. Hopefully the quality's not too bad. I apologize if it is.
One anchor being coming right up. On your left, baby girl. This Logan is the same. He can do anything, even musicals. Look. And bonus, he's actually wearing a costume like he's not embarrassed to be in a superhero movie for once.
I don't understand.
You said my universe is dying because this sack of nuts got him.
Okay, did you hear what he said? I think he literally says that. I'm going to rewind it. I think he literally says that because of the fucking YouTube comments, because of commenters. That's my personal experience. That's my personal opinion, is that he's not just breaking the fourth wall because he's Ryan Reynolds. He's breaking the fourth wall because these are the complaints that he hear that these industries and these producers have to constantly hear and curb their artistic direction towards or against. Listen to what he says about Wolverine, and it's kind of true. I think a lot of fans thought that Wolverine hasn't worn the yellow suit because he's too good for it, or he doesn't want to be in a comic book movie, or he's not taking these movies seriously, or whatever. Listen to what he says. It's hilarious.
One anchor beam coming right up. On your left, baby girl. This Logan has the same he can do anything, even musicals look. And bonus, he's actually wearing a costume like he's not embarrassed to be in a superhero movie for once.
I don't understand.
You said my universe is dying because this sack of nuts got himself killed. Well, problem solved.
My God. You actually think you can replace an anchor being with this? I wouldn't have accepted any other Wolverine, BT Dubs, but you have outdone yourself and brought me the worst Wolverine.
What do you mean?
Okay, stop. Question. I hope you guys are still here, especially you, Mike. I think it's already been apparent that you can replace an anchor beam with another version of the same being in a different timeline. Right? I've learned that through Loki, sort of, and obviously through what we're going to see in Doomsday. And I'm sure there's other examples that I'm missing. But we lost Iron Man. We gained Tony Stark as Doomsday. I keep calling him Doomsday. As Dr. Doom? Not necessarily the same. I understand. I know it's maybe a reach. But can we replace an anchor being with a different variant of this being? Your thoughts. Also, if you're watching this and you're not watching it live, leave it in the comments. Tell me what you think. I really want to know because I really, really want to see this movie. But I want to go into it fully understanding what people who know more than me are feeling when they go in and watch this movie or don't watch this movie.
What do you mean the worst one?
Mr. Wilson, this Wolverine let down his entire world. He's the stuff of legend, but not in a good way. And what he did, well, some things are just beyond forgiveness.
Okay, how do I make this right? I'll do anything.
I gave you a chance at greatness because my superiors deemed you special. Clearly not special in a good way, but apparently you have some important future purpose to serve.
With Thor, he holds me.
But I did my duty. I gave you the opportunity to be somebody, and instead of accepting my offering with humility and gratitude, you broke my nose.
It looks great.
And you decimated dozens of my men with the exhumed corpse of a hero, dishonoring not only his remains, but his memory.
What are you, the internet?
Your world is dying. Thank you.
What are you, the internet? So, let me check. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. So Paradox is there, right? They're having this conversation. Paradox is telling him, you know, you did this, you were supposed to do this, I offered you this. He responds with, what are you, the internet? As he's being critiqued. Thought that was pretty funny to me. It's supposed to be Franklin Richards. The end of the movie shows Wolverine fit. The end of which movie? The end of which movie? Logan? The end of the movie shows Wolverine's fit. The end of Logan. I don't know what you're talking about. And I do remember Logan. I don't remember watching end credits for that movie, but excuse me. I think Deadpool and Wolverine is again, personal opinion. The end of the movie shows Wolverine fit. Deadpool and Wolverine. It shows what he's wearing it throughout the movie, so I don't understand. What do you mean when they're fighting and he puts the helmet and then he finally puts the mask down? Because he's wearing it the entire movie. I'm confused by that. I'm trying to think of the end credit for this one. Oh, the end credit is Johnny is him and him showing the proof that Johnny was talking shit about what's her face, bald chick, Cassandra Nova. But anyway, my point is, I think Deadpool and Wolverine Their universe was saved because that Logan stood in the place of the other Logan and kept it alive. Yes. Okay. Now we're cooking with grease. That's what I'm saying. So yes, it is possible to replace an anchor bean with another variant of the same bean. Can you do that and make them more powerful, like we're doing? Suppose, like my theory, personal theory, is they are doing that somehow with dead Tony Stark and turning him into a live Doctor Doom. But I don't think it's a timeline thing. That's the only thing. It's not like they pulled an alive Tony Stark from another timeline and turned him into Doctor Doom. Or did they? No Chick-fil-A sauce? Sorry. Sorry. Now, again, I could be way off. I could be, this bitch doesn't know what the hell she's talking about. You know what I mean? So I get that. But I probably don't. I'm only theorizing just like any other fan would theorize. Here's my point. Deadpool and Wolverine pulled everything that they could out of all of these universes and squished them into a very entertaining movie that pokes the finger back at you and says, we're giving you everything you're asking for and you guys still aren't satisfied. That's what Deadpool and Wolverine did. That's what made the movie so good. That's what made the movie so fun. Is it was able to reintroduce certain things. It was able to tie itself into Doomsday, which we all know and we all knew was coming, just like Secret Wars. You know, we all saw the future for both of these movies, right? And I think it did an excellent job at reintroducing and explaining just exactly how a timeline works, so people don't have to go back and watch Loki and watch 16 episodes of Loki, right? 7.5 hours of Marvel movies with Endgame and with the other one. I forgot what the other one's called. And I just recently watched them both. I watched 2, if I remember correctly. Mikey, you'll help me because you remember better than I do. It's not an insane take. Thank you. I kind of hope not, because and again, but here's the difference between me and incels. I'm not going to be completely upset, and I'm not going to like chop my dick off if that's not the case. If my theory doesn't pan out, okay, so what? If it's not Tony Stark as Doctor Doom, okay, well then either they'll explain or they won't. I might be a little bit disappointed if they don't get to explain why this same actor is playing a different character. The dude disguised the dude and playing as another dude. That's the whole parody. That was the whole parody, right? That's why they did that thing, because he's literally a dude disguised as a dude playing as another dude. That's exactly what he's doing in this movie in real life, right? Kirk Lazarus was a parody. Tony Stark is literally now Kirk Lazarus. Ay vey. That is hilarious. But thank you. I sort of feel a little bit validated. I don't think it's an absolutely insane take. I don't think it's an uneducated take. I'm literally going by the evidence that we have seen with these other movies. And I think it's feasible. And I think it could possibly be brilliant. I don't know how clever our writers are in the room outside of what I've seen already. The same writers and the same producers doing this Doomsday movie are the same ones that did Loki. And I absolutely enjoyed Loki. I thought it was informative as hell. Entertaining as hell. Very confusing. I'm still till right now very confused. Like, they didn't do shit with Franklin Timely or Frank Timely or whatever his name is. He just disappeared, right? Oh, He Who Remains. Oh my God, He Who Remains. They didn't do shit with He Who Remains, in my opinion. It's like, okay, he who disappeared, he who fizzled out. All right, okay. They gotta explain it if they show his face. Okay, that makes sense. But I'm with you. We had this conversation earlier. I think they have to show his face. Right? I think they do. And I want to know. God of loafers. Loki don't wear socks, you guys. Loki doesn't wear socks. Bro wears pimping ass loafers with no socks. Loki's the man, bro. Loki might save the movie. Loki might be the reason why Doomsday exists, and then all the other superheroes are going to be like just like background noise for Loki to do his thing. In my opinion, again, it's probably not going to pan out that way. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm not a nerd, but Loki's the man, bro. Loki is definitely the man. What else do I have for you? Let me check real quick. Let me check my Palm Pilot. Aha! Oh, I got it. Hold on, let me pull it up because I completely X'd out of my file. The last thing I have for you, guys, this is going to be a short episode. The last thing I have for you, and I want this. I want this conversation. I want it. Boo, 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 boo. Da, 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 da. Boo, 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 boo. Okay. Yeah, last thing I got for you guys. Why is Thor crying? Why is Thor crying? Thoughts, ideas. I don't necessarily have a theory for this one because I haven't seen Deadpool interact very much with the Avengers that I remember. Not so much. I haven't seen him interact with the Avengers to the point where he's touched. What is he touched by? Did Deadpool tell him a poem? Did he recite a poem to him as he's in his arms? Why is Thor crying? It's an ongoing theme in Deadpool and Wolverine, right? He is taken to the X-Men's lair, and he's laying down. He's passed out after being taken there, and he immediately wakes up, and he goes, Thor. So he wakes up with Thor on his mind. So even he has no clue, obviously, has no clue why Thor is holding him so close and crying. Now, mind you, if this is the future that we're seeing with Deadpool and Thor is crying, something really bad must have happened. Because Thor, as we know, has already seen many of his friends die. He's already seen many superheroes die. You know what I mean? So what would make this death, if in fact Deadpool is dying, more significant than the others where he's actually going to be shedding some tears? Deadpool probably reminded him of Loki and he grew fond of him. I mean, I could see that. From what I know of Loki, I can see that. Like I'm barely figuring out that Thor and Loki are actually brothers. I'm barely figuring that part out, and that they didn't really like each other. I'm figuring that out, that they actually didn't even very much care for each other, regardless of how related that they are. Gods, mind you, both of them gods. You guys, you know what I mean? Both of these very immature men are gods. Pimping as Loki with the loafs. Loki with the loafs. Do you think that this is going to be a question that is going to be answered in Doomsday? Again, if you're not watching this live, I still want to hear some thoughts in the comments because I will respond to them. And if we're going to argue, let's go, because I'm down, but I won't. I don't know what I'm talking about. Like I said, I'm a noob to a lot of this stuff. Well, if you're new to it, then what makes you think you can have an opinion on how people react to these things? And because I'm a fucking fan of movies. That's how. I'm a fan of good cinema. I have created good cinema in my day. So I'm a fan of it. You don't have to be. Here's my thing. Okay, let's go back real quick. The Clayface trailer, I thought it was really good. I think what DC is doing for the most part now, actually, I'm a huge DC fan. This is definitely a future event. Yeah, for sure. For sure, it's a future event. Without a doubt. That's what I'm saying. So like I said, Thor has already seen so many people lost in his life. This moment here is very significant for a reason. That's why Deadpool pointed it out, because it's not a normal situation. It's not a normal situation to hold your brother in arms or whatever and just cry. And there's no time for that. It doesn't, the skies are gray. It looks like they're mid-battle. Doesn't exactly look like they're in a position to where they can sit there and rest and take a nap and then say their goodbyes. It doesn't look like that's the type of situation that they're in. So what makes it so significant that Thor is shedding tears for Deadpool? I'm just curious. And I don't know if that question is actually going to be answered. They certainly made it seem like it was going to be something to question and be answered in Deadpool and Wolverine, right? Doesn't necessarily mean they're going to do it in either movie, Secret Wars or in Doomsday. I hope they do. Because I want to know. There is no hint that Deadpool is going to be in Doomsday, as far as I saw. If I'm wrong, correct me. So we'll see. I will tell you this. I remember distinctly, and Mike, since you're here, I know you will too. I remember distinctly fantasizing with you and talking about one day they're going to make a movie about the Secret Wars, and then one day they're going to make a movie where Superman is versus Batman and this and that. Now, these were all thoughts that were just fantasy when we were kids. Nobody could have foreseen any of this happening. 25, 30 years later, we couldn't foresee that what we have now is what we have now. And the fact that there are more fans that grew up with this, that are our age, in their 40s, right? The fact that there's more fans who probably did the same, probably fantasize about a Superman versus Batman. Wouldn't that be cool? Superman versus Batman. Wouldn't that be cool? Oh, if they did a Secret Wars, wouldn't that be cool? Like, we talked about a lot of this stuff. And we're getting it, and we seem to not be satisfied. So whatever nostalgic ideas we have in our head, I think it's time to separate that with the actual, like, with the actual productions that are happening. Again, if they suck, they suck. And collectively, the entire industry itself is being decided on us on us telling everybody, hey, that movie sucked, don't watch it. Hey, that movie was amazing, go watch it. Dead Thor will return in Secret Wars. I don't want them to be the same human. I want two difference. I want Deadpool and Thor. And if Nicepool came back, I'd be okay with that because he was ridiculous. So I don't know if I answered any questions. All I know is the same people who are sitting here today bitching and complaining about improper modulation, about the CGI, about trailers that came out 2 years ago that haven't been redone for the sake of leaks and this and that. You know what I mean? You are the same people who are going to go pay to watch it one way or another, or you're going to download it for free, or you're going to do the thing where you steal it, and fine, whatever. You're gonna watch it either fucking way. So shut the fuck up. I'm cussing a lot on this one, but shut up. You're gonna watch it either way. Watch it, and then maybe have an opinion. Having an opinion over a 2-minute trailer is absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. Oh, they showed the whole movie. They might as well show the whole movie in the 2-minute trailer. That's their couple name, Dead Thor. I don't like it. I don't like Dead Thor. Can we do Thorpool? I like Thorpool. Yeah, I like Thorpool. I don't like Dead Thor. I don't like that at all, actually. Question. Are the Guardians coming back aside from, what's her name? Gamora. Because Gamora's dead, right? Well, here's the thing. They're all dead. They're all dead. Somebody's coming back. Some of them are coming back. You know what I mean? Are the Guardians coming back? Were the Guardians in the trailer? I don't remember. Yeah, right? Yeah, Thorpool. Shout out Thorpool. Can I write it in here? Let's see. Did I do it right? No, but I'm going to send it anyway. Thorpool. Shout out. Hashtag Thorpool. Guardians. The Guardians are going to be there, right? Am I wrong? Like, this is going to be a collective effort. Whatever it is we're up against, right? When it comes to Dr. Doom, it's going to be a collective effort to to destroy or remove the threat? My last question, actually. Also, what do you guys think? Am I being too harsh? Am I being ignorant? Am I being wrong to be absolutely irritated with these YouTubers and these Twitter nerds that are constantly bashing things that are actually good? There is a fine, not even a fine, there is a thick line between those who still know what reality is, those who still know how to touch grass and be realistic about certain things, and those who are completely delusional and it's my way or the highway, because if it's not this way, then it absolutely sucks and I'm never going to watch anything again, even though I'm probably going to watch this next, I'm probably going to watch this episode of this. Let's watch to hate. Watch to hate. That's weird. That's weird. That's a weird thing to do. Watch to hate constantly. I'm not innocent in that. I do watch certain things to hate. Mostly Kill Tony now. Because Kill Tony sucks. Shout out. No, shout out Kill Tony. Shout out some friends from Kill Tony. But so it's stuff like that. It's stuff that, again, I'm passionate about. So again, I understand. I'm passionate about comedy. I'm passionate about good writing. When bad writing happens, it sucks. And, oh man, I'm disappointed in that. Blah, blah, blah. But move on. Okay, Mike, ironic me, 14. Nah, I'm over the fake outrage. It's a bad joke and poisons the hobby. Agreed. I'm over it. That's exactly what it is. Fake outrage. It's not real by any means. Improper modulation. Shut the fuck up. That's like, and it's not even that. It's not even just that. It's just the nitpicking of certain things. The nitpicking about everything. If Supergirl was extremely hot with giant tits, that would be its own way to complain. Why did you guys sexualize her? Supergirl is in that now. I'm sure the complaints on that one won't be too hard. They won't be too harsh. Everybody wants to see a hot blonde with big tits, right? Everybody. You know what I mean? But is that Supergirl? Is that Supergirl? No, it's not. Supergirl. Pervs. But there, like I said, here's my point. There would still be complaints. You can't give everybody everything that they want, no matter what. There's always going to be backlash. There's always going to be controversy. There's always going to be someone who's going to say, I hated that project. And that's fine. That's fine. But when the pattern repeats itself, when pattern recognition is recognized about how much you guys hate on everything, it's only going to be a matter of time when nobody takes you seriously anymore. At all. And it serves you right. It serves you right. These producers, this industry shouldn't be paying anybody on YouTube to influence others to watch a movie. I hate that that's something that we have now. Now, we've had it in the past. We've had it all our lives. The internet just makes it more powerful. Okay? Word of mouth, it's gone once it's on the internet. Word of mouth travels so much faster than it has ever traveled. Right? When you hear it sucked, 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 it sucked. It echoes, right? And it's like, well, I can't watch that. Why? I don't have that. I don't have that kind of time. I don't have that kind of money. Why would I invest in such a thing? And there goes good ideas. And there goes throwaway amazing artistry. And there goes good CGI. And there goes good this and that and then the other. Because why should they care if you don't? Why should these directors care as much as they want to if you don't? If you're going to hate anyway, why should they? Why shouldn't they? I should say. It must be hard. It must be hard to not want to throw in the towel all the time, especially when it comes to these comic book projects. I'm looking forward to Spider-Man New Day. I haven't seen the other ones with Tom Holland because I don't like these kids. The Zendaya and the Tom Holland, I don't like them. You know what I mean? Like I don't like this new generation. I'm an old lady. I don't like change. I like Tobey Maguire. I like my people. Okay? That's my clan. That's my tribe. But I'm gonna watch it because it looks like a good movie. It looks like a great movie. You know what movie I did love? Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. That was the other, and actually I like both of them. I like both of them. The Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse, then Spider-Man Into the World, or whatever the fuck. Anyway, I like both of them. They were very good movies. In my opinion, they were excellent movies. And I don't even like Spider-Man that much. Spider-Man's been overdone. Spider-Man's like the Hulk. You know what I mean? But that doesn't make him bad. Doesn't make him bad. It just makes him like, I'm over it. Like, I don't want to see that anymore. I don't care. Here's what I do want to see. I want to see more. What are they called? Not the Fantastic Four, Mike. The ones with the big naked blue guy, Dr. Manhattan, and then Rorschach. Who are they called? Damn it. The Outsiders? No. How am I drawing a blank? I want to see more of them. I want to see another movie with them in it. I want to see another movie like Sin City. I would love to see a movie like Sin City. I would love to see another movie like V for Vendetta. I'm telling you, DC is the way to go. Like, if you guys are getting tired of Marvel, fine, get tired of Marvel. DC is coming out hard. DC is lying in wait and just abiding their turn, just waiting their turn to do Watchmen. There we go. Waiting their turn to do something. And in my opinion, I don't think DC has put out trash, like trash, the way people have trashed Marvel franchises and Marvel endeavors. I can't think of one DC thing that I actually do not like. That was dumb. I didn't like that. I can't think of one that I didn't like, not like enough to like complain about it. No, not yet. Not one. Yeah. So, I mean, Cotton. So, I mean, like, it's, sorry, I'm not just saying random words. The chat is talking to me, and I'm saying, I'm just quoting movies. It's a live show, folks. Okay. Well, that's the episode. I kind of just wanted to go on that rant. I don't think I'm alone in this. I don't think I'm alone in this. I truly think that that there's so many people. There is a lot of people getting tired of the negativity, and there's some that take it so seriously that they miss out, like myself. I miss out on certain opportunities to see certain things because I take my favorite YouTuber, my favorite nerd, at their word. You know, I think there needs to be a little bit more going outdoors, right? Reading some books. Read some books. Go read some books, please. Get off the fucking internet for just a little bit, right? And touch reality. Touch reality so that you can understand that not everything is your way. It's not supposed to be your way all the time. Things aren't supposed to be canon all the time, because when it's canon all the time, it's called fanfare. Right? Ridiculous attitude. I'm really tired of it. I'm tired of the hypocrisy, and I don't want to be a part of it. If I don't like something, I'll let you know. If I really do like something, I will unapologetically let you know how much I liked it and the reasons why I liked it. You know, so far, I haven't received much backlash about anything that I've given an opinion over, and I kind of get afraid of that. You don't know what you're talking about, you fat bitch. I kind of get afraid of that kind of stuff, you know, but so far, nothing. So maybe I'm going in the right direction when it comes to how the majority of the public feels about movies. At least I hope so. I'm still very much going to watch Doomsday. I am looking forward to watching Spider-Man soon. I'm looking forward to so many projects that are coming out, especially on the DC end. But I still have homework to do if I'm inclined to do so. But a good movie will answer questions without making you do so much homework. Bottom line. Thank you guys so much for watching. I had a blast on this episode. Thank you, Joe. And thank you, Mike, for being here on this episode. I love talking to you guys. I love talking to anybody. Please, more people join in. More people join in. It's so much fun. It's even more fun when I actually get to have these conversations with human beings and not just myself and pretend like, oh, yeah, let's talk. You know what I mean? So follow me on Instagram. You can get up-to-date things about what shows are coming up on my Instagram. Also, I post silly shit because I'm an idiot. Follow me there. I'm going to be back on Twitch again soon. Hopefully, I have to upgrade this whole Streamlabs thing. So I haven't done it yet because I refuse to pay like an extra $24 in order for me to get the same perks I just had before. So I'm having a really hard time wanting to pay for it. If you guys want to cash at me that, let me know. I'll send you info. Anyway, I'm joking. I have been your host, Miss Tootie Odin. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. If you haven't seen any of the trailers that I mentioned yet, maybe I'll leave them below in the description so that you guys can have easier access to them. Either way, check them out on YouTube. And again, give me your opinions. Let me know what you think. Tell me I'm wrong or tell me, yeah, we're all on board. Let's do this. Have a wonderful weekend. Again, I am Miss Tootie Odin, and this is Tootie's Toy Box. I will see you guys next week.